How to win a street fight. Hey guys, that's Coach Tim with Independent MMA in Noonan, Georgia. Today we're going to break down some of these simple techniques and advantages and mindset you have to have when it comes to fighting in the street. Number one, most of the time you're not going to realize a street fight's happening. Your head has to be on a swivel. You have to understand who's a threat and who's not a threat. And before somebody says, well, street fight, there's always more than one person jumping in. It's great. You can be a victim all you want to. I'm going to control what I can, and I control what I can by knowing how to fight. So that's what I'm going to do before you get started on that. So number one, always be aware of the threats. Be aware of what's around. Be around who's coming in. I want to watch body language. I want to watch demeanor. I want to watch anything that I can dictate is someone who's looking for trouble or wanting to start a fight. Number two, you don't wait to be aggressive. As soon as the threat is inevitable, I start being aggressive. And I'm not starting the fight, but I'm not going to allow the fight to come to me. So you see me with a lot like with Slappy. When Slappy steps in, and my hands are up, I don't want any trouble. When he continues to pursue me, my hands are up for multiple reasons. I can create space. If he tries to punch. I can block, inside, outside. I've got all the options from here. So it's a very safe way for me to stand. But it also lets everybody know I don't want to fight. It lets him know. And when he thinks I don't want to fight, it's going to give him confidence, and it's going to lower his threat. His threat in his head, his warning is going to go down. So one thing that I do when Slappy steps into me, go ahead and start back. When he steps into me, my hands are up, and I don't want any trouble. My hands are coming out, guys. Notice how I step back in a fighting stance. I am a right-handed fighter. I want my right hand in the back. I want my right hand up here to create maximum torque when I start punching. One mistake I see a lot of people fighting in the street when they're having to defend themselves is they're throwing one big looping punch and it's done. The statistics of you knocking someone out in one punch is going to be rare. I mean, unless you're a trained fighter, unless you're a naturally heavy hitter, unless he's got a weak chin or I hit him perfectly, it's not going to happen. So you have to be ready to be on balance to throw multiple punches at a time. So my hands are up from here, guys. I want to always attack my closest weapon to his closest target. And the reason that's going to happen, I want you to notice, guys, if I were to bring my hands back to throw a right hand, this motion has to happen. Watch what I do. I have to do this to throw the right hand. So watch this hand as I do the same motion. I'm going to clip him with that left hook perfectly on the jaw, and then I'm going to cram him with the right hand. So as I hit him with those two, and then I will assess what's happening. When I hit him here, I go pop, pop. I'm not dropping my hands and watching. My hands continue to come up. I like to bump from there. Hands up. I like to come in and bump to make space to see what's going to happen. A lot of times if the shot was really aggressive and worked well, then it's going to drop him, or he's going to back away and realize he don't want any trouble. But once again, this happens when I back out of his space and he continues to step in. This is when this happens. He is coming in for the problem. I'm going to have the solution for it. So number one, know where you're at. Number two, got to be aggressive first. Most importantly, if you're going to be in a fist fight, you need to know how to punch. Punching is one of the most important things you're going to do. It's crucial. One thing I want you to understand, guys, is when I step back in my right hand, I'm in my stance. This is my stance, even though it doesn't look like I'm trying to fight, because it's what I call a non-defensive posture, is I want to throw straight punches 99% of the time. And the reason I want to do that is because once Slappy, I want to hit Slappy when he's here. The closer Slappy gets, the more of a threat he's in. And then I have to start angling my punches, which is fine and effective. But he's already come through my first line of defense, which is absolutely, I don't want that. He's too big, he's too strong. I don't want him getting a hold of me. I don't want him hitting me. So the main punches you're going to throw when you're out here, guys, your hands come back. When it's time to fight, they're coming back. They're protecting you. It's not a distance creator or maker. It's coming back to fight. Straight punches, guys. Throw my left hand, boom, my hip turns, right hand. And I'm not going 1, 2. It's a chainsaw. I'm throwing them as straight and as hard as I can using my hips. So as I'm going here, bam, boom, and he gets through that, this is when this starts. My angle punches, my hooks, my uppercuts, and then I can get in tight, knees, elbows, headbutts. That's when all that comes in.